Okay, good afternoon, guys. Um, the video I shot yesterday, it sounded a little tinny and it was a little grainy. It's my new webcam, but I thought I'd try it. Not crazy about the quality of it. I think the phone's better. So listen, I have this came up in one of my groups in Wild Ass Cartomancy. Someone was talking about. This is the thing I keep hearing. The cards never lie. Spirit world never lies. You got to be real careful when you take anything as rigidly as it can't possibly be wrong. Okay? Because whenever you get in the position of thinking that something can't possibly be wrong, like you can't possibly be wrong, the cards can't possibly be wrong, the book can't possibly be wrong, you set yourself up for heartache, you know. I'm gonna say that the way I look at this stuff is advice. This is advice. This is like advice from a friend. It's good advice from a friend in most cases and in a lot of cases, but there are times when this can change. So the whole reason I got into this was the idea of change. If I can't, if I can't change what's coming, what's the point in doing this? Then I'm just looking at this as another, fatalistically, like, well, this is the way the future is, and there's nothing I can do about it. So there are some cases where there's a lot of people involved, and it becomes very hard to change the course of direction. Like right now, like larger pictures of the world, the way a lot of people have made their decisions are driving things in certain patterns. However, bunches of those people can change their minds at any minute. I've talked about this before. Just be real careful when you think that anything is infallible. Do you know what I'm saying? That religion, that book, that when you get so rigid that there's only one truth, there's only one possibility, there's a single truth. I will tell you from experience, it bites you in the ass. The minute you get, okay, well, this is it, this is the way it is. There are some psychics out there who read people and they're like, well, this is it, this is the way it is, spirit's never wrong, and that's it, and they get really angry when you question them. And if my clients go, hey, like I had a client, she said, look, I'm always seeing you on your YouTube, you're always saying there's a possibility, and it was like, things were lining up, and it was like, every which way she went, it was kind of stuck. And she's like, look, I've seen you. You're always saying there's a possibility. And in her case, the possibility came if she let go of something or she changed her mind about something. Then the cards would have changed. The energies would have changed. But as it was, they were getting kind of stuck because she was like staying here. She's like, no, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I can't do that. Or actually, it was, I won't do this. I won't do that. I won't do that. And I won't do that. So it was creating a stalemate. You see what I'm saying? But the minute she would go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let that go. Boom, something would have freed up. But when you get to the point where you're like, hey, the cards are never wrong. It's all That's like saying, the mother is never wrong. The church is never wrong. It's like, yeah. Just be careful what you lock yourself into, because how you approach your future in your mind will determine the outcome, basically. If you say that this, and this, I see this all the time with people like who are, they're scientists, and this can't possibly be true because there's no science behind it. It's like, okay, well then it can't possibly be true because you've already closed your mind to the possibility of it, you see? Whenever you say it can only be this way, or it can't be that way, or don't, or shouldn't, you're locking things in. Not shouldn't. Shoulds and shouldn'ts can do great things, but it can't, it won't, no. It locks things in. I cannot tell you how many times in my life someone said I couldn't do something, and I was like, I'll show you. And then, boom, it happened. And it's like, okay, well, you said it couldn't be done. So the really good one for this is a couple years ago, 2 years ago or a year ago, I was doing these cryptocurrency predictions, and the cryptocurrency people were coming on calling me all sorts of names. I mean, it was just, wow. Wow, the names. I was constantly hitting delete, you know. You effing this and F that and F you, and I'll trust someone in the business before I trust you. And it's like, well, no one asked you to come and trust me. Someone commissioned me to do them, and I put them out there. So they were so sure that they had the right answer and that this couldn't happen and this couldn't predict. Well, it did. It did. The predictions came true. And they were nowhere to be found when the predictions came true. Well, so-and-so said this, so you're wrong. Okay, great. The thing is that whenever you're locked into this can't be wrong, like they're people who were in the business couldn't possibly be wrong, you see. So it was like this single truth. So, and what's unfortunate is, and this all started with someone asked me to do a prediction about cryptocurrency for him, and I warned him, and I said, you got to sell this stuff within a week. And I said, if you sell it within a week, if you sell it in the next few days, you'll be okay. And he's like, okay, well, I'll wait a week. And he waited a week. He waited a week, and exactly what I said happened, and it all fell apart. Because he didn't believe what I was seeing, and it was possible. I told him, look, there's something happening with, someone's messing with the market. And he says, that's impossible. It can't happen with this. And it turned out that the whole thing was frozen and shut down because of, someone was tampering with it. So the same thing goes with this stuff, though. You got to be careful when you start to say it's always right, it's always true. You're setting yourself up for a trap. Look at it as really good advice from a friend who cares about you, and take that into consideration. But remember, in all of this, your decisions, your moves, your future is yours. And I cannot tell you how many times I've seen something in the cards and I was like, don't like that. That's not happening. And change the direction, and the energies change within the day. Just the other day, I was like, in the morning there was one thing, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go in this direction instead. And by the end of the day, the energies have changed. Then there are times I've actually read for people, and I've been like, well, the cards say this, but that's not really what's going to happen. This is going to happen. So this is a tool. Okay, that's like saying a hammer can never do damage. Hammer's there for, but a hammer can never do damage. The hammer's always right. No, it's a tool. Remember, it's a tool. Okay, guys, so remember, whenever you get in the position where it's like, it can't be, it should be, I just love that one, mother's always right. How many times have you heard that from someone? Mother's always right. Is she? Is she? Is the priest always right? Is the authority always right? Does age always bring wisdom? No. So remember, when spirit is never wrong. I'm Lucky Links, as always, wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do. If you are dealing with something right now and would like to see what your options are, give me a call and we'll set up a reading. 779-302-8009 or conjurehope@gmail.com. And then if you want to take a class in tarot, I have an intermediate to advanced class. If you want to start a beginning class, hit me up. I'll start one. Whoever's interested. I have one in Lenormand, two in Lenormand. I have one that's a basic and one that's a Grand Tableau. I have a playing card course. I have a Mexican Loteria course, which they're having so much fun in that class. I can't even tell you how cool Mexican Loteria cards are. And then I have a crystal ball. Is that it? I think that's it. Playing cards. Yeah. I think I got, 5 or 6 now. Anyway, so, and by the way, whoever it was, someone on my thing said, hey, get a hold of the Spanish Santa Muerta deck when they saw that other video I did with the Santa Muerta. Whoever you are, thank you. This is like, I just love this. He said, hey, I think it was a he. He said, hey, go get, there's another Santa Muerta deck, and it's all in Spanish, and I can't read Spanish, but I don't care. I love this. I love this. This is amazing. Thank you, whoever you are. This is an incredible deck, and I use it constantly now. So go out there and make some changes in your life, and remember, there's no such thing as it can't be, it's always right. What's that line in, he comes in, what's that line in The Craft where Nancy's like, Minot comes in and he takes everything away and makes everything all right, and Sarah's like, nothing ever makes everything all right. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and those of you in America here, enjoy your holiday weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.